Good afternoon, San Antonio. Welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. Gonna be here for the next 30 minutes, and we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. So I'm not gonna just pussyfoot around here. I'm gonna get right down into it. First, I'll tell you where we're located. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. This location is so easy to find, and we have more parking here than probably that we had in parking and when we had 5 stores. So the parking is so easy here. So we're just 2 miles north of Loop 410 on Northwest Military, right past the light at Lock Hill, Selma. The store will be open till 6:30 today. It's 8 to 6:30 Monday through Saturday, and then on Sunday it's 11 to 5. If you want to call the store, it's 210-341-1573. Now, follow us on Facebook and watch us live right now. You can see everything that I'm going to be talking about. I'll show it to you, and then you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. I don't just have to explain it. I can show it to you. And then if you don't live in San Antonio, but you would like some of these products, or at least like to know a little more about these products, go to our website, which is happyhandyman.com. And out there, you're going to see 90% of the products that I'm going to talk about today. Plus, there is an article that is out there posted weekly, a different article every week talking about hardware and maintenance. So, and that's what this show is all about. So let's get started. Last week, we kind of touched on a question that I had received in the mail about a lady that could see light down at the bottom of her door. And she wanted to know what to do about it, what kind of threshold to put in, because since it's cold, it is colder right now. At least, we finally have a little excitement in the weather, right? We're getting a little cold air in, and she noticed when she walked by that it was cold. And she had turned out all the lights in her kitchen, and she could see light coming from underneath the door, and she wanted to know what she would do and how complicated it would be. And I said, there are a couple of ways to do this. I'm going to show you what I like to call Plan B, that is not complicated at all. Mackelberg Duncan makes what they call a door sweep, and a door sweep goes at the bottom of your door. It will kiss the floor and attach to the door. They're so easy. You don't need any tools or anything like that. If you need to trim it, say your door is only 32 inches wide and the door sweeps come in 36, you can trim it with a pair of scissors. And it has an adhesive strip on the back of it. So literally all you have to do is clean the bottom of your door, dry it off. You lay this door sweep against the door and to touch the floor, and then you start to remove your adhesive strip and align it on the door and the floor and press it into the door. I've had mine on because I had the same problem. I kept going by the door and go, why are my ankles cold? And there was a gap down there that I didn't really notice that much because you're not looking down there, okay? You're not really looking down there. And unless you're seeing light come through it, or like when you walk by and you feel cold air come through it, you don't notice it. But do you know, you would be shocked at the percentage of energy lost with a small gap at the bottom of your door. Or, I'm going to tell you about another product. Say you don't have a gap at the bottom of the door, but you do see light going around your door, okay? And when the door is shut, you can still see outside. You might still be able to feel a breeze coming through. And you don't only just get a breeze coming through. For one, you lose your air conditioning, you lose your heating, you get all kinds of dust in from that. Pests come through, and on top of that, noise. So when you insulate these doors correctly and weather strip them correctly, you get a lot less noise from outdoors. Plus, like I said, dust that comes into the house and bugs books. So they make a product called MD also. MD is really good for weather stripping. MD stands for Mackelberg Duncan. They make what they call a V-Flex window seal. Comes in brown, and it also comes in white. And these things are super unique. This is also another thing that you need no tools with. The only thing you might need is a pair of scissors, because the V-Flex comes in a 17-foot running piece. It pinches in the middle. Okay, so that's why they call it a V. It pinches in the middle. There's an adhesive strip on one side. You apply the adhesive strip side to the frame of the door, and then it will open, your door will open and shut freely, but then when you close it, that V will open up and take care of a gap that's almost a ½ inch. That's big, folks. And I mean, I think this stuff is like $6.99. Don't quote me, okay? And so, like I said, okay, it takes care of a gap up to 3/8, so almost a ½ inch. So it's super easy to use, it's simple, it's fast, and you'll save yourself some money. All right, so I want to show you something. I was going around the store this week and I was trying to find some things that I haven't talked about in like forever. And I came across this product that we found a long time ago. So I don't want to tell you it's a new product, because it's not. But it's such a convenient product. It's called a Just Lock. And it's an adjustable heavy-duty barrel bolt. And so that you can understand what I mean by barrel bolt, it's the kind that you usually put on your fence gates. It just slides over, locks down, okay? So how many of you put a new fence in? And what happens is you get your new wood up, you stain it, and then you get a little movement, you know? Because wood's gonna dry a little bit after being out in the sun. And so what happens? You find yourself where the gate will not connect. You have to either hold it up, push it back, pull it one way or another. Well, that's what this Adjust-A-Lock is made for. You put the barrel bolt in, all right, and it gives you all the screws and everything, and you line it up, and then it's the strike part that is adjustable almost a ½ inch. So you never have to worry that if the gate moves a little bit, you won't have to move your whole lock again, because I don't have these. Someone did my fence for me and they just put a regular bolt, slide bolt on there for me, and I should have taken these to the house when he was doing it, and because I've had to already adjust it, and these you won't have to do that with. Now, they make a smaller version. The one I'm showing you right now is a 6-inch, and it's really, you know, you wouldn't want to put this inside the house. But they do make them smaller ones for inside the house. And like if you want to put one on a door, a bedroom door, or maybe put one up high where you don't want any kids to get in, and you put it across like that. So this is a great little tool, and it's called a Just Lock. It has been picked up by the Hillman Company. So wherever you go, if they have Hillman, which is nuts and bolts and screws, they will probably have a Just Lock. All right, now one other thing. Okay, so you might have been firing up your fireplace. So maybe down here we don't talk about it a lot. We don't talk about cleaning out your fireplace with creosote and things like that, and soot, because we just don't run our fireplaces that much. But it's really smart if you have a wood-burning fireplace. This is called Creo-Shot. Creo-Shot used to be this long little cigar-looking plastic piece that you would just throw in an active fire. And this, they have changed it packaging-wise to this little plastic packet. And you just throw the whole thing. You don't open it. You throw the whole thing in your fire, and let it burn for about 5 minutes. They suggest if you've never cleaned your fireplace before and you have a wood burning fireplace, to burn one every week, and then that will take care of it. It's made by Miko, okay? They do a lot of great things. When we get out of the cold weather, I'll talk to you about how to refurbish the your stoves and your fireplaces by using Miko products. But they're really good products. They're the only person that I know that has something like this on the market. All right, so since I said we're having finally a little exciting cold weather, let's talk about what you need outside. Of course, I want to talk to you about protecting your faucets, okay? You can use the standard just faucet protectors. Some of them come in a hard plastic. The one I'm showing on Facebook right now is just a hard red plastic. And these work great as long as your faucet tucks right next to the house, and you can secure this next to the house without any gaps around it. It will give you, you know, a great little insulating factor, okay? And these are good until like the weather gets like crazy, like when we had snow and things like that. These are just fine. We're just gonna have a little zippity doodah of cold weather right now, and it's not gonna stay that cold during the day. But this is a weather protection that you can use. Okay, then also we have pipe insulation. So say you have a pipe that comes up and away from the house, okay? You need to wrap that because it will cause a leak later if it makes the faucet leak, okay? And you don't want to have to go through that. And then my favorite is a freeze miser, okay? The freeze miser is not like anything you have ever seen before. But let me tell you, they are not just a new guy on the block. They have been around for a long time. And what is a freeze miser? A freeze miser provides protection to your faucet, not only on the outside, but behind the wall too. And you don't have to do anything in particular. If you know how to put a garden hose on your outdoor faucet, that's all you have to be able to do with a freeze miser. It's so simple. Go out there. I'm going to tell you, go out right now. Do it while it's not that cold. Don't wait till tonight when you're like going, oh, I forgot to go do it right now. I've had mine on for about a month. And how they work is there is a wax on the inside of the freeze miser. And when that wax gets cold and contracts, it will let the faucet drip. Because when you put this on, when you put your freeze miser on, you're gonna turn the faucet on. And I'm not just telling, just crack it open. You're gonna turn it on full, okay? And then nothing will happen because the weather's not that cold right now. But the minute that the water temperature, not the air temperature, the water temperature inside the pipe gets down to 37, this freeze miser will allow the faucet to drip at a very economical drip. You're not going to be wasting a lot of money. You're not going to have a high water bill. And then when it warms up, as soon as the air warms up outside and the water temperature warms up, it stops dripping. You don't even have to think about it, okay? And this freeze miser, these are what you need to have on. Like say we had 5 days of freezing weather. This is what you need to equip your house with. I still have, I think the price on them are like $32.99 for a single and $60.99 or $61.99 for doubles. And just put them on every outdoor faucet. I had a lady go, I just need one. No, you have to have one for each faucet, okay? And then they're good. They're warranted for 2 years. So they're good for 2 years. You can test them and see if you're on your 3rd year and see if it's still holding up for you. And they'll tell you how to test it. We'll walk you through it also. And then and you can leave your garden hose on your outdoor faucet. Just don't allow the freeze miser to touch the ground, okay? You want to keep it up off the ground. And like I said, it works in so many situations. Like it works on water wells, it works on your RV, it works on outdoor hoses, your residential house, water troughs, backflow sprinklers. I mean, it just does a great job. I know it's a little bit more expensive than buying a faucet protection, but it's so worth it, okay? So worth it. Made right here in the United States, made right here in Texas. So, all right, now I want to talk to you about some light bulbs that I am absolutely loving right now. But right behind me, those of you watching on Facebook, you see these cute little outfits that we have in? We have this great little jacket that is such a wonderful weight. And we've got some loungewear that's so comfortable and cozy to get into on days like this. Maybe you don't want to get outside, but hey, you still want to look good. So you need to come in. You know, we're changing up a bunch of stuff around the store. And I think you're going to notice it within the next 60, 90 days, because like I said, I'm going to market this week. And we're going to bring more gift shop and things in that you ladies like. And y'all have said, we want more. So we're going to give you more. So, all right, light bulbs that I am absolutely loving right now. Lysol makes what they call a floodlight light bulb. And this thing, it is very weird looking. It looks like a drone is what it looks like. It's got 3 arms that are adjustable. It goes into a regular light bulb outlet. A medium base light bulb. So if you can plug a regular 60-watt bulb in there, then you can use this. This light brings you so much light. How many of you have a dark closet? And the builder who built your house, they put one little light in there, a 60-watt light, and if your closet is like a long walk-in closet, you can't see out on the edges. You can't tell, is that navy blue? Is that black? You know, you can't tell. You can't see. I tell you, I put one of these in my closet, and it was a game changer. I mean, game changer. You have got to check these out. And then I put one in the garage. Any place you've got a dark corner, pick one of these up. These are great. Now, how about outdoor, like in your front lights that go across the front? The Phillips makes a dusk to dawn light. And hey, Cindy, how are you doing? Cindy's watching on Facebook. It has a little sensor in the front of it, comes on at dusk, so that means about 5:32 right now. And then it goes off as soon as the sun comes out. So you don't waste any light, but yet you have nice lights on the outside of your house. And you know, when you have light going on, it is a real deterrent for someone wanting to come thinking there's no one home. And then, like, say you're going to have a party, you can tell them, hey, all the lights are on. That's my house. I can't wait for you to get here. All right, so now what about, okay, that's a dusk to dawn. So motion or anything doesn't have anything to do with it. All right, now Phillips has made a new bulb. It's called a motion and daylight sensor light. So this is mainly for nighttime. If someone walks by this, where you have this bulb, this one I'm showing you is just a 60-watt bulb, and it will come on, okay? Not a huge bright light, but it comes on. And it's like if somebody's kind of messing around maybe your garbage cans or something like that, this would probably be a great deterrent, okay? This is just a small light. But Trudy, I want more light. Okay, so they also made it in a flood, okay? And so it's motion detected. Here how Here's how it works. At nighttime, when somebody walks by or an animal walks by or anything like that, it will come on. Okay. During the daytime, it's not affected. It won't come off and on with motion. Okay. So these are great. Those two Philips bulbs are great for nighttime. Now, just like the Philips dusk to dawn little 60-watt bulb, Satco makes a dusk to dawn floodlight. So if you want light to come on at 5:32 in the afternoon, when it starts getting dark outside, these are great. And then they stay on, okay? They won't go off, they stay on. So maybe you would like that. The other day, somebody put a whole bunch of stuff in my trash can. And I would have I'm gonna put some light out there because I don't like that, If they had asked me, that'd have been one thing. So here are some bulbs that I absolutely love. Now, want to take it a step further? You want a camera wherever you can plug in a light bulb? It's just that simple. Energizer makes a camera that wherever you plug in a light bulb, like out on the front gate, in the back, you could have it in your house, okay? Energizer makes this smart Wi-Fi. Okay, it is Wi-Fi. You have to be able to get your grandkids to download this onto your phone so that you can follow it. But hey, we did it here. We hardware people have done it here, so you can do it too. And it will move. It has a microphone in it. If you want, you can buy storage and pay for it monthly. But I'm telling you, if you just have something that someone comes up and they see there's a camera there, they will walk away, okay? They don't have to know that if you don't have iCloud storage. These are amazing. And let me tell you why we brought them in. We were having a problem in the tool department. And so we decided that we put up some cameras in there. And these cameras worked so well, you're able to watch things on your phone to tell if there's a problem or if just it's UPS dropping something off. And they're inexpensive, super inexpensive. I just, having cameras, sometimes they make it sound like it's really, really hard and it's going to be really, really expensive. Well, not with this Energizer one. Now, we have some here, but I'm telling you, you can probably find these everywhere. And I'm telling you, I'm giving you honest opinion, they work great. For the price that you pay, they work great. They move, there's audio on it, and if you want to, you can record. All right, I forgot to mention something earlier when we were talking about freeze stuff. Thermocube. Thermocube is a switch, a controlled outlet that when the temperature gets to a certain degree, it turns whatever is plugged in on. So say you have a greenhouse and you don't want to turn the lights on before you need to do that, or a heat light or whatever, then you would just plug this in to your outlet and then plug whatever you want to turn on into the Thermocube. It gives you two spaces to plug in, okay? And you could put in a regular bulb if that would keep things warm enough. Now see, the hard part now is there's hardly anything that's incandescent that will produce some heat, okay? There's appliance bulbs that are little 40-watt ones, and they produce a little bit of heat, but not too much. Used to be we could put a regular flood on there, but now we can't get that. So you can use a heat light, okay? You could use, if you have some old incandescents, you could use those. You can use it with electric tape that heats up. So it's really a really good, all these products I've talked about today, they're all very inexpensive and they're so good to keep around the house. Okay, all right, let me tell you where we're located again. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. The phone number here is 210-341-1573. And that's it for this week, folks. It's time for you to roll up your sleeves and get busy on some of these projects we've been talking about. But by all means, you remember one thing. It will always be a great day to paint. See you next week.
Hi.